First, I have David Njoku signing with the Atlanta Falcons. I know they franchise tagged Kyle Pitts, but Kevin Stefanski's now in the building. And obviously, last year, the Cleveland Browns ran a two tight end set with Harold Fannin and David Njoku. Why not do it again in Atlanta if you're Kevin Stefanski? Njoku's out there. You know how to use him to the best of his abilities. Go get him, pair him with Kyle Pitts, and I think that tight end group and that entire offense is going to see dramatic changes. Kevin Stefanski is a great coordinator. Who they bring in at quarterback, I think, who they have a quarterback. Obviously, they have Michael Penix. Do they bring in another quarterback to compete with him? I think that's interesting to be seen. But I think David Njoku makes a lot of sense to the Falcons. Then you have Dallas Goddard. I think it just I think there's not going to be much of a market out for him. I could see the Carolina Panthers throwing an offer at him because they obviously need a tight end. But I like Dallas Goddard going back to the Eagles. I just think it makes a lot of sense for both parties. But don't be surprised if the Eagles don't bring back Goddard and they bring in the Njoku or this last guy here that I have with Isaiah Likely, which I have him going to the Washington Commanders. Obviously, they are not bringing Zach Ertz back. He might retire at this point. I think they need a more versatile tight end, and Isaiah Likely I think would do great in Washington and give him an actual chance to show his skills because he has in Baltimore, but obviously competing with Mark Andrews every now and then is tough. So I think him being the tight end one in Washington will be able to show his skills to the best of his abilities and give Washington a more versatile tight end that they desperately need in this offense. Then moving on to the last three free agents I have Juwan Jennings, Quan Brisker, and Rasheed Walker. Juwan Jennings, I have him going to the Indianapolis Colts to replace Alec Pierce. Obviously, it's been rumored that Alec Pierce could go back to the Colts, but I don't think he does. And I think Juwan Jennings, is the perfect replacement for him. I have Juwan Jennings going to the Colts. I think if Daniel Jones can get healthy in the right amount of time, Juwan Jennings is that versatile receiver. I know they might trade Michael Pittman. That's been rumored to get save some cap to pay Alec Pierce, but I think Juwan Jennings would be the perfect replacement for Alec Pierce. He's that versatile guy. He's a 50-50 guy. He can make the catches when you need him to, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Then Jaquan Brisker. I had the Titans spending this offseason. I think the Titans need a safety back there. Obviously, they haven't had one since Kevin Byard, and Jaquan Brisker's a free agent. I don't see him returning to Chicago. It seems like they're going over a whole new revamp. And I think Jaquan Brisker to the Titans makes a lot of sense. Then Rasheed Walker. Obviously, the Chiefs have finally got rid of Jawan Taylor, and they really don't have a good offensive line. So Rasheed Walker, who had a great season with the Packers last year, makes all the sense in the world. Mahomes, no matter when he comes back, he needs offensive line protection. You can build the greatest offense you want for him, but if he doesn't have an offensive line, it's not going to mean anything. And I think Rasheed Walker to to Kansas City just makes that sense because he's that offensive lineman. You can put him, you can put him at left tackle, protect Mahomes' blind side, or you can put him at right tackle. Either way, he's the guy that's versatile. You can put him at left or right, and he can help protect Mahomes and get this offensive line back to the way it was when they had Orlando Brown, they had Creed Humphrey, they had Trey Smith, and obviously they got rid of Joe Thuney.